Yeah, hello all. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
actually, we are discussing what is that we are discussing?
Item category controls.
Yes, item category controls. So far we have covered some of the controls, and let
Mm.
me go through the item category TAN. So far we have covered all of them, right? But I think we haven't covered data credit active. No, I think we have
Yeah.
covered it.
Completed.
Yeah, we have
Yep.
completed that. And the next one here is
Mm.
completion rule.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this one, this
Mm.
field controls
Mm.
when the status of the line item should be complete. Did you get me? This field
Status.
controls when the line item status should get complete.
Mm.
What it means is,
Mm.
if we take inquiry
Mm.
and if the completion rule is A, then item will be completed with it first with the first reference.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
and for quotation, what is the item category? AGN, right?
AGN.
Here the completion rule is B,
Mm.
which means the item will be completed after full quantity is referred.
Mm.
Let me show you that by creating one inquiry as well as one quotation.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mm.
here see, before that let me check here what is the completion rule assigned for AGN and AFN. AGN means here it is B, right?
Mm.
And for AFN it should be A.
Mm.
See, here the completion rule is A.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
let me tell you what exactly it means. So let me create inquiry.
Mm. OE agent.
Yeah, let me go through the transaction. Here we have to give our entries, right? M100, M1, M1. This is what is inquiry. And M100, M1. This is what is quotation.
Quotation. Okay.
Let me create these two.
Mm.
So this is our customer number.
Mm.
And here the quantity is 50. Okay. So
Okay.
let me check the incompletion log here. The
Mm.
document got completed.
Right.
So what I would like to do is I would like to save it now.
Mm.
See, this inquiry got saved, right?
Yeah.
So let me go through the change mode of the inquiry here. And let me
Mm.
see the status here.
Mm.
First of all, let me check the document flow and let me see the
Mm.
status. So here the document is, there are
Yeah.
no further documents created with reference to this inquiry.
Mm.
So if we go through the status here,
Mm.
what is the status here? Nothing rejected, nothing referenced,
Thanks.
right?
Yeah.
So what I am doing now is, I just would like to create one quotation with a reference to the
Mm.
inquiry.
Inquiry.
What is the inquiry number here? I think we haven't copied it. Let me copy that. Yeah, I have copied the inquiry number. Here in the quotation, we have to give our reference. The inquiry number here.
Okay. Okay.
See here, what is the order quantity which was mentioned in the inquiry, which is 50, right?
Yeah.
So I just would like to change it to 20 here. Okay. So let us see what will happen. And see, if you go through the incompletion log, here we need to give the valid to also, because this is the quotation. Here we will give valid from and valid to, right?
Yeah.
So let me give some validity. So if you check on the incompletion, then the document is completed. So let me save it now. And if you go through the inquiry again, then here, if you see the document flow, then you can see the quotation which was created with reference to the inquiry. And what is the status of the inquiry?
Completed.
Completed. But actually we have referred only how much quantity?
30.
20, right?
20 quantity.
So even if we have referred 20 quantity also, the document, the line item got completed. So let me go here and see. The quotation was made only for the quantity of 20.
Yeah.
But if you see the line item status which got completed, because why it is being completed like this? Because here the completion rule is A, which was mentioned to the item category. What is that? AFN. Okay. And let us see. And let me create a order with reference to the quotation. Okay. Let us take the same quotation number, this one. So this is the quotation number, right? So let me take this one. And if you see here, nothing referred. Here the quotation consists of 20 bottles. Nothing rejected and nothing referred. So what I would like to do is, I would like to create one sales order with a reference to this quotation.
Okay.
So here, let me click on create with a reference and let me give the quotation number here. And see, here the quantity 20 got copied. So what I am going to do is, I just would like to order for only 5 quantity or, or 10 quantity. Okay.
Okay.
And let me check the incompletion here. Let me save the document now. See, here the sales order got saved. And if you go through the quotation again, what it is showing here?
Partially referred.
Partially referred. But when you are creating quotation with a reference to the inquiry, then what is the message you got? Here the status was completed, right? But here for the quotation you are getting the status of being processed.
Being processed. Okay.
Why? You have to know that.
Okay.
Because that is being controlled by the item category. Okay. For the item category AFN, which we are using in inquiry, the completion rule is A. And the item category which we have used here in quotation, which is having the completion rule as, what is that completion rule in quotation?
Completion A. B.
B, yes. Okay, so this is what exactly the completion rule is. I think you are clear. And let me create one more order with reference to the same quotation. So let me create the sales order with reference to the quotation here. So how much quantity we have delivered previously?
10.
10, right? So the remaining 10 quantity is there. That's what is showing here. So let me create the sales order. And if you check the quotation now, then what will happen?
Completed. It will get completed.
Yes, see, the quotation status is completed because the full quantity got referred with these two sales documents, with these two sales orders. So if you go through the status here you can see it got completed. Nothing rejected. The 20 bottles got referred. Okay? Okay, this is about the completion rule.
Okay.
And let me go through the transaction vov7. Here we have gone through the completion rule, right? And see, we have seen the completion rule A and B, right?
Yeah.
A and B. And C, if the completion rule is C, then the item is completed after the target quantity is fully referred. So when we use the concept of target quantity, which is there in the contracts, right? As we have already discussed, while we are creating a release orders with reference to the contracts, we have used the term, what is that?
Release orders.
Yeah, release orders
with reference to contracts.
Yes, we create the release orders with reference to the contracts. At that time, we have used the word target quantity. Okay? So target quantity means if we don't get the schedule lines, then the quantity will be called as target quantity, and we don't get the schedule lines in contracts, right? Okay, that's what we have discussed already there in the previous session.
Okay.
And here the next one is E. D, okay. Item is referred via contract release. If the completion rule is D, then what will happen? The item will be referred as a contract. Means via contract release. If the contract is going to be released, then it will be displayed there. And here the next one is E. If the actually we use the completion rule E for the order types WK1. What is the WKN? WKN.
WKN, scheduling agreements.
Scheduling agreement. Right?
Hello?
Yeah. WKN. The order type, I am asking the order type WKN.
Value contracts.
Value contract?
Value contract general.
Yeah. And if we WK2?
Value contract or material specific.
Yes, WK1 means value contract general, WK2 means value contract material specific, and
Okay.
WKN quantity
WKN
contract.
quantity contract. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So the completion rule is only applicable for AFN,
Mm.
AGN,
Mm.
KMN,
Mm.
WKN.
Okay.
Only these four.
Okay.
Okay. Completion rule
Mm.
is the, what is this?
The
This is the field
is
which
the
controls,
line item
yes, the completeness of the
to be
line item,
completed. Mm.
whether it is got completed or partially referred or fully referred, whatever it may be.
Mm.
Okay. So here
Okay.
let us move to the next field. What is this?
The special stock.
Yes, this is the special stock.
Mm.
This field controls while doing the
Mm.
delivery which stock system should consider.
Mm.
That is, whether it has to consider the unrestricted stock or consignment stock
Mm.
or sales order stock,
Mm.
whatever it may be.
Okay.
If it is blank,
Mm.
if it is blank, which means while
Mm.
doing the delivery,
Mm.
unrestricted stock will be considered by the system.
Okay.
Actually, we are doing the delivery set after creation of the sales orders.
Mm.
So, if the special stock indicator is blank,
Mm.
okay, so the system will consider the unrestricted stock.
Unrestricted stock. Okay.
Okay, and if
Mm.
the special stock indicator is W, what is that? W. Let me show this. This one.
Mm. Consignment.
Okay, which means
Mm.
consignment stock.
Mm.
System should consider the consignment stock while doing the delivery.
Okay.
And already we have created some consignment. What is this? Consignment orders, right?
Mm.
So let me tell you. If we go through the transactions MMB,
Mm.
here what is our material? Vaccine 150, I think. Yeah, this is what our material is. And what is the
Mm.
stock available here?
99.
99. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
And see, let me create one sales order and one delivery.
Mm.
Of course, already one sales order got created, right?
Yeah.
Just now we have created this sales order. I think you are remember.
Mm. Yeah. Great.
So let me do the delivery. And if you go through the picking here, if you click on post goods issue, then what will happen? The stock movement will happen.
Mm.
So from where the stock will get reduced?
Stock.
Which will be reduced from unrestricted stock, right?
Okay.
See this one.
Mm.
Previously it was 99,
Mm.
but
Now
now it is
89.
89.
Mm.
Okay. So let me
Mm.
create one consignment, fill up.
Mm.
What is the document type for consignment fill up?
CF.
Yeah. M100, M1, M1, consignment fill up. CF, right?
Mm. Mm.
M100, M1, consignment issue.
Hmm.
Consignment returns. Hey, not consignment returns. CONR
Returns. CONR.
M100
Hmm.
M1 consignment pickup.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me create one consignment fill up order.
Hmm.
Consignment fill up. CF, right?
Consignment fill up.
Okay. So let me do the consignment fill up. And here the consignment fill up is for the quantity of 10.
Hmm.
So I have created the consignment fill up.
Hmm.
So what we have to do? We
Delivery.
have to do the delivery.
Hmm.
So let me do the delivery. Here
10
10
quantity.
quantities there.
Hmm.
So I am just clicking on post goods issue. So if you do the consignment fill up, then from where the stock will get reduced?
Stock will get reduced from unrestricted stock.
Yes, from unrestricted use. So
Hmm.
here, which is 79 now.
Oh, yeah.
And see, here the consignment stock is 10,
10. Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So the stock will get reduced from the unrestricted use and which will be moved to the consignment stock.
Hmm.
So that's what was happening here.
Yeah.
So what I am going to do now is, let me create consignment
Issue.
issue.
Hmm.
Consignment issue.
Hmm.
Consignment issue with reference to the consignment
Hmm.
fill up.
Hmm.
Wait. Okay. Okay, let me do the consignment issue here.
Hmm.
So I am doing the consignment issue for the quantity of 5.
Hmm.
Okay. So let me
Okay.
deliver it. So here the delivery got saved, right?
Hmm.
And see, if you see the stock movement,
Hmm.
then see, did the stock get reduced from the unrestricted use here? No,
No.
which got reduced from the consignment stock,
Hmm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So where is the control that whether the stock has to be get reduced from unrestricted use or from the
Hmm.
consignment or from the consignment stock? That
Hmm.
will be there in the item category controls.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
so let me go back to the item category controls here.
Hmm.
So I think you are clear with it, right?
Yeah, clear, Sunil.
Okay, if you have any query you can ask me, not an issue.
Okay.
So let me go through vov7.
Hmm.
Here it is TAM. And what is the special stock indicator for TAM?
Special stock indicator for
It's
TAM.
blank. Blank means if you are
Blank.
doing delivery for the material which is having the item category as TAN,
Hmm.
then the system will consider unrestricted stock to get delivered.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what is the item category for consignment issue?
Item category CI.
Consignment issue.
Consignment issue.
CI, yes. CI. For the item category is KEN, right?
Okay.
So if you go through the KEN, what is the special stock indicator here?
W.
Yes, W means the system will consider consignment stock.
Consignment
So if
issue.
you are doing the consignment issue, then from where the stock is getting reduced? It's getting reduced from the consignment stock, right? As previously it was 10, and if you are doing the consignment issue for the quantity of 5, which got reduced from the consignment stock.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, okay.
And let me tell you, for the consignment issue and consignment returns, we will have the special stock indicator as W. Okay?
Okay.
And for the item categories, TAK and TAB. TAK means make to order.
Make to order.
TAB means IPO. For both of them, the special stock indicator will be E.
Okay.
Here it is E. E means
order on hand.
yes, sales order stock. Okay. So whenever we are creating make to orders as well as IPOs, then I will show you this.
Okay.
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 Yeah, here you can note down some important points. For the item category KEN, the special stock indicator is W. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Grace, can you hear me?
Sorry.
Yeah, I think you also can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay then. So here, for the consignment issue, the special stock indicator in the item category KEN is W. And for make to order it is, what is that? What is the item category we will use for the make to order?
TAK.
TAK. And for the special stock indicator is
TAB.
special stock indicator. This one, I am asking this one.
W.
No, it is E. Just now we have discussed.
Okay.
Okay. And for TAB, it's nothing but for IPO, right? For which also the special stock indicator is E. Okay. So this is what about the special stock indicator. And here the next field is billing relevance.
Billing. Okay.
Okay. So this field controls whether the item is relevant for billing or not. Okay. And which also controls whether it is order related billing or delivery related billing. So if it is blank, if the billing relevance is blank, which means it's not relevant for billing. And if it is A means delivery related billing.
Okay.
And if it is B, then it is order related billing. So let me tell you what is the difference between delivery related billing and order related billing.
Okay.
So if you are creating sales order and if you are creating an invoice with reference to the sales order, in some cases we will not create the delivery. We will create the order and we will create the invoice, right? So for example, service items or not service items, there are many cases for which what we will do is we will create the order and we will create the invoice. So we create the invoice with reference to the order. For example, for services.
Okay.
So we won't create the delivery. There we create the order and we create the invoice. So in this invoice, how the billing should be done with a reference to the sales order, right?
Yeah.
And if you are creating sales order and delivery document and invoice, so here the invoice will be done based on or with a reference to the delivery document. So already we have created one delivery here. So if you create the invoice here, so here the invoice is being created with a reference to the delivery document. And if there is no delivery permitted, then we will create the invoice with reference to the sales order. So in which case the sales order number will be coming here. Okay, with reference to that we will create the delivery. Sorry, we will create the invoice. Okay, so actually we have to discuss a lot here in this what is this billing relevance.
Okay.
But we mostly discuss about the billing relevance F and G.
Only F and G.
No. Of course, we will discuss about all of them, but we mostly discuss about F and G.
Okay.
Okay. And I will let you know all of them.
Okay.
You can note down. If the billing relevance is A, which is the delivery related billing.
A means delivery related billing. Okay.
Right? And we will use the billing relevance A for the item categories TAN, nothing but the standard one, and TAE and TANN and TAX, material determination header pricing.
Okay.
NLC, intercompany STO, NCRN, intercompany STO returns, TANN, free goods. Already I think I have given this.
Yeah.
KEN, consignment issue, LPN, scheduling agreement, TAK, make to order, TAB, IPO, DLN, delivery without the reference
Without reference.
to order, means delivery without order reference. TAC, configurable material, TAQ, BOM, order pricing main item. Okay, for all of them we use the billing relevance as A. And the next one is billing relevance B.
Okay.
This one. Let me tell you the scenarios, or let me tell you the item categories for which we will use the billing relevance as B. Those are nothing but cash sales, BVN, right? And the returns RAN, and consignment returns KRN, and for service item it is TAD.
Okay.
So for all of them we use the delivery related billing.
Okay.
Wait. For all of them we use the order related billing, not the delivery related billing. Order related billing.
Order related.
Okay, because here the billing relevance B means order related billing. And the next one is billing relevance C.
Billing relevance C. Okay.
C means order related billing according to the target quantity. Here, when we use the concept of target quantity, we use it while creating credit memo request and debit memo request. Here G2N is the item category for credit memo request and L2N is the item category for debit memo request, right? So for G2N and L2N, schedule lines allowed is unchecked. Have you seen that?
I have seen.
Okay.
Okay.
So if schedule lines allowed is unchecked, then system will consider the quantity as
Target quantity.
yes, target quantity. Okay. So you are clear with it.
Okay.
So here the next one is billing relevance. Yep. If it is D, which is relevant for pro forma invoice. Okay. And here the billing relevance is F. If the billing relevance is D, then what will happen? Pro forma invoice will get created.
Performa invoices. Dummy
Which is
invoice.
nothing but a dummy invoice, right? So if the billing relevance is F, then order related billing status according to Miro, MIRO or Miro,
Okay.
whatever it may be.
Miro means? MIR. What is the?
I will let you know them. Actually, there are two types of documents, Migo and Miro, or Miro and Migo. Actually, we use both of them when we are dealing with third party process.
Okay.
Okay. So I think already I have given you two screenshots, right? Relating to third party item and IPO item.
IPO.
So I think you are gone through them.
Yeah, going through.
So if you go through that, the screenshot means if you go through that image where you can see Migo and Miro.
Yes.
Okay. So after this class, you can go through them and you can ask me if you have any doubt. But not an issue. We will discuss clearly about these two concepts while we are creating third-party process. And we take at least 4 to 5 classes to deal with third-party process. Okay, so it's not an issue. You will get the clarity while we are discussing about this third-party process and IPO process also. Okay. See here for the item categories TAS and TASG. TAS means third-party item, right? And TASG is returns. Okay. So for both of them, we use the billing relevance as F. Okay. So for the third party item, we use two types of billing relevance. F as well as G. F is used when there is no concept of Miro. Or if the billing relevance is F, then what will happen? The system will, what is this? If the billing relevance is F, then the system will not allow you to create the invoice without having Miro, means Miro. If you create the Miro, then only the system will allow you to create invoice. Okay, and if it is G, then the system will not allow you to create the invoice without having Migo. Okay, G means order related billing status according to Migo. This one. Okay. So not an issue. You just note down them. I will let you know them when we are going through the third party process. So you have to know here only the thing, that's nothing but we use the billing relevance F and G both for the third party process.
Okay.
If we use the billing relevance as F, then what will happen? Without creating or this mirror in the system will not allow you to create invoice. And if it is G here, then without using or without creating Migo, the system will not allow you to create invoice. Okay, so that's what the main concept. You have to know what is this. You have to know this one. Just for the sake of understanding, you keep it in your mind. And we are when we are discussing the third party process, then you will clearly see how to create Migos and how to create mirrors. Then how can we create the billing here in SAP?
Okay.
So here, if it is H, delivery related billing with no zero quantity. What it means? It means when you are doing the delivery related billing, and if the system should not consider the zero quantities, then you have to use the billing relevance as H. Okay. And if the billing, of course, these are all like this. So the H, I is this one and J is this one. So you can go through them. And if the billing relevance is K, it will allow us to create the partial invoices. What it means? If the billing relevance is K, then the system will allow us to create partial invoices. Means if 10 quantity is getting delivered, let me create one order. Let me create one sales order. So here the quantity is 5. And let me do the delivery. So I am doing post goods issue now. So if you are creating the invoice here, what is the transaction we use? VF01, right? See, here for this, what is the quantity? 5. So for the quantity of 5, the invoice is going to be created now. So if you click on this one, the invoice will get created. So this is what the invoice got created, right? And let me go through the billing relevance here. What is our item category? TAM. So here, if we change the billing relevance as K, means the system will allow us to create partial invoices. So let me go through VI01 here. The order is this one. So let me give all these details. So what we have to do now? We have to do the delivery. So here the quantity, delivered quantity is 5 or 10. Okay. So now let me click on post goods issue. So here the delivery got saved. And the transaction we used to create the invoice is this one, right? So here what we can do is we can create multiple invoices. I think it was processed automatically. vov7. So here if you give 5 quantity, okay, open quantities is 5, item 10, partial invoice. See how much quantity it is, 5 here, right?
Yeah.
So you can do the invoice for partial quantities. And if you go through the document flow here, so if you see here it is the delivery is still being processed because here the delivery quantity is 10, but the invoice got created only for 5. So let me create one more invoice. So here it is asking us the quantity, right? So here we are doing the invoice for the remaining 5 quantity. Or what we can do is we can go through the selection list here and we can make the changes to the quantity. Okay. Zero one. This is what the number is. And if you go through the selection list here, so here if you go through vf02, oh, I think we haven't created the invoice for okay, we have created the invoice for the remaining 5 quantity. So here we have created 2 invoices. So if you go through the delivery here and if you see the document flow, see here 2 invoices got created, right? This is the invoice got created for 5 quantity and this is the invoice got created for 5 quantity. Okay. So here if the partial invoices has to get created, then where we have the control, that is there in the item category controls. For TAN,
Okay.
here the billing relevance is A. Okay. So here if the billing relevance is M,
Okay.
this one.
Right.
So what will happen? No zero quantities included. Now actually, you know, if the zero quantity line items are there, then which has to be eliminated. We mainly see when we are doing it with batches. So what will happen is no delivery or no zero quantity items, including the main batch item in the delivery related invoices. Means when you are creating the invoices or when you are creating delivery related invoices with the batches, then the zero quantity items will not be allowed here to deliver.
Okay.
Okay. So the billing relevance, here the billing relevance M will help to restrict zero quantity line items in invoice in case of batches. So I think you know about the batch, right? So let me go through zero. So batch means this one, this one. So if you are giving batches, then if the quantity is zero, then system will not allow us to create invoice. Okay.
Okay.
And if the billing relevance is D, what is that D? We have already discussed.
Pro forma invoice.
Yes, pro forma invoice. And let me tell you for which type of item categories we use the billing relevance as D. For KLM means free of charge, and for KBM consignment fill up, and for NLM what is that? STO, right?
Stock transfer.
Okay, so for all of these item categories we use the billing relevance as D. So what is the difference between main the pro forma invoice and the normal invoice? Here while you are creating dummy invoice, nothing but the pro forma invoice, then accounting document will not get generated because that is the dummy one, right? Okay. So this is about the field billing relevance. So I think you are clear with the session.
Not clear.
And if you have any queries, you can ask me. Thank you.